Football can get really feisty, you know. The littlest of things can really spark the craziest rage from players, coaches, and even fans. These are 0% chill, 100% rage moments in football. Let's start with a moment from the infamous 2022 World Cup quarterfinal between Argentina and the Netherlands. That match was super heated, and it boiled over in the dying minutes of normal time when Paredes fired the ball at the Netherlands bench and all hell broke loose.
Challenge though, and he's going to get a yellow card for booting the ball into the Dutch bench.
After seeing that, are you surprised that there were 14 yellow cards and 1 red card in that game? See, every other game at the World Cup was a battle, but this particular one was a war. But if you think that's crazy, wait till you find out what Edinson Cavani did when he got really angry during that same tournament. We'll get to that later, but now let's look at what Neymar did in his moment of rage. It was the Coupe de France final and PSG had just lost, so the players were really not in the mood. But this fan didn't care. He rained insults on the PSG players as they walked past. The other players just ignored him, but Neymar was having none of it. He was so filled with rage that once he got close to the fan, he did this. A fist to the face, and the fan was already facing the consequences of his own words. Speaking of words, Messi had some really angry ones for a fellow player when he reached the peak of his rage. We all know Messi to be a rather quiet guy, but there was something about the 2022 World Cup quarterfinal game against the Netherlands that brought out the angriest side of him. Boy, that game was heated before it even started. The Dutch players and coach had the most to say about Messi and Argentina before the game, but Messi stayed quiet. Eventually, Argentina came out victorious, but Messi was in no smiling mood after the game. So when he saw Weghorst waiting on him during his post-match interview, he got super pissed off and cursed him out.
Mira, bobo. ¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda pa' allá, bobo.
Bro, Messi literally called his fellow player a fool right in front of the cameras. I swear I've never seen Messi that angry before. But Messi's anger has got absolutely nothing on Edinson Cavani's anger. Messi just talked, but Cavani went around destroying things. Bro, Uruguay crashed out in the group stage of the World Cup for the first time in 20 years. And Cavani was so mad at how he and his teammates did that he ended up almost destroying the VAR monitor. I think this guy might be in the wrong sport. Someone get Cavani in a ring with the Klitschko brothers. Trust me, you really don't want to be around Edinson Cavani when he's angry. You know who else you don't want to be around when he's angry? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. The guy has a black belt in Taekwondo and he's not scared to get physical at any time. But there's one guy who has proven he can stand up to the Swede, and that's Lukaku. The Milan derbies are usually heated, but in 2021, Zlatan and Lukaku decided to bring more heat into the kitchen. Bro, if not for their teammates, those two were ready to go at it right there on the pitch. You could see the rage in their eyes. But is the Milan derby as heated as the North London derby? I really can't say. But what I can say is that you're not so far from a punch or a kick if you're playing in any of these derbies. You can ask Aaron Ramsdale if you think I'm joking. Just a little gloating after the full-time whistle, and Richarlison started treating him like he had just insulted the king. Even a fan came all the way down to unleash his anger on the Arsenal goalie. That's surely not what football fans mean when we say we just want to get a kick about with the boys. We really just want to kick the ball, man. But real quick, could you just give the like and subscribe buttons a good kick? Try not to kick them as hard as Ronaldo though. CR7 thought a counter was on during a game for Al Nassr, but the referee ruined it with the halftime whistle. Angry, Ronaldo picked the ball up and did this. He sent that ball straight to outer space and was still fuming as he walked down the touchline. But is that the angriest I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo during a game? Certainly not. Y'all remember that World Cup qualifier against Serbia when the referee refused to award Ronaldo that late goal? Bro, my man went crazy at the injustice. After slamming the armband on the ground, he walked off the pitch before the referee even blew the final whistle. He just couldn't take it. But I swear, I can't even blame him for that reaction because that ball indeed crossed the line, and that wrong decision could have cost Portugal a place at the World Cup. That referee is lucky Portugal eventually qualified. Ronaldo might have come to ask for a boxing match to settle the scores. But if players could really get in the ring with refs, I'm sure Didier Drogba would have been the first to ask for a match after the 2009 Champions League semi-final between Barcelona and Chelsea. Drogba felt he and his team were cheated throughout that game, and he just could not hold back his anger. Bro, Drogba would have really punched that referee in the face if he wasn't held back. But since he couldn't lay his hands on the ref, he decided to send some strong words to the camera. Words we won't ever forget. Now from a former Chelsea player to two former Chelsea coaches. It was the London derby between Chelsea and Spurs, and unsurprisingly, things were very heated. From the beginning, I suspected a fight would break out in that match. I just didn't expect it to be between the coaches. They got under each other's skin throughout the game, but after full time, they got in each other's faces. Hey guys, I'm from the future, and I'm here to tell you you'll both get sacked soon, so take it easy with your passion. But hey, having passion for the game is always great, just make sure to keep it on your side. But I guess this Chelsea assistant coach didn't get the memo, so he took his passion to Mourinho's side and immediately saw the wrath of the Portuguese. Bro, Mourinho was ready to throw punches right there and then. And you know what this reminds me of? When Mauricio Sarri nearly lost his mind because of Kepa. Imagine your own player defying your orders in a major final with millions all around the world watching. Sarri didn't know what to do with himself. Bro, that was pure rage right there. To be fair, what Kepa did was as good as him looking the coach in the eye and telling him, I'm the captain now. See, if the coach got hold of Kepa at that very moment, it would have been messy. I mean, Sarri was so mad that he ripped open his jacket. But if you think Sarri doing that was crazy, come let me show you what Nelson Vivas did in his moment of rage. Whoa, wow, my man really thinks he's Sylvester Stallone, doesn't he? Finding out that this guy has been working with Diego Simeone since 2018 as assistant manager of Atletico Madrid just makes a lot of sense now, doesn't it? But here's something that doesn't make so much sense to me. This reaction from Fabio Contrao after he was taken off in a game. I mean, I know players hate being taken off, but brother, look at the clock. The game was already over. What are you so mad about? Now here's what I understand. Why Sadio Mane was so mad when he was taken off in this game for Liverpool. I guess that was the beginning of the end for Mane at Liverpool. One thing attackers hate the most is when a teammate refuses to pass the ball to them when they're in a better position to score. Like just one touch of the ball and this could have been a goal. But during a game between Portugal and Spain, the reverse was the case. No touch of the ball and it could really have been a goal. The OG football fans remember this rage moment from Cristiano Ronaldo. I too was so angry when I saw that. Ronaldo had done the hard part and was about to score the most beautiful goal ever. But Nani tried to steal it only to end up getting the goal chopped for offside. Ronaldo was so pissed, but he managed to control himself because honestly, it took a lot less for two Newcastle teammates to get into a fight right there on the pitch. Bro, you know the level of rage you have to reach for you to start throwing punches at your own teammate right there on the pitch during a live match? Like, you couldn't even wait till you got in the dressing room? Damn! Now, Heung-min Son and Hugo Lloris didn't throw punches on the pitch, but I swear they were so close to doing that. Man, if not for the presence of the other teammates, someone would have come out for the second half with a black eye. While those two sets of players turned on each other in their moments of rage, this dude right here turned on his own fans. He had it up to here with the fans, and he went berserk. Nobody could tell him anything. He was completely done with the club. While he walked off, he kept saying, "I'm leaving," and just 6 days later, he was out of the club. Let's now wrap up with an incident from El Clásico, the game where rage usually reaches its absolute peak. I could really have picked an incident from any year, but let's go with this one. Hate it or love it, but that's exactly what the Clásico is about. Who would believe that that was just a friendly match?